welcome to episode 190 of the Baseball Brew Crew Podcast. We are keeping baseball history alive, one craft beer at a time, wherever you are watching or listening to us. Please give us a like and a follow. If you love beer with your baseball, please tell a friend. Let's do it. Here's the lineup card for today. Hitting first is not the big hurt Alan Jepson. He is still in Italy. That is right. Let's take a look. Unbelievable scenes from Italy, from the big hurt Alan Jepson. I cannot wait till he gets back and we can talk more about this. Unbelievable scenes here. Oh, yeah. It is a trip that I mean, a travel agent probably planned, but I'm thinking he's living his best life. Guys, do you agree?
Insane.
Absolutely.
It's looking amazing.
And for people who follow us on Instagram, Mr. Alan Jepson sent me a bunch of beer photos today that I'll be posting as stories throughout the upcoming week.
Fantastic. Thank you. But hitting leadoff is our field correspondent and senior research analyst at the Baseball Brew Crew. It is Kevin Lyon. How are you tonight?
I'm doing excellent, except being the leadoff hitter is not a good idea with my 500-year-old knees. You can't expect me to drop a butt and run to first base. I mean, I can barely get to first base, although I...
Womp womp.
Kevin, you haven't seen first base in 242 years, partner.
Anyways, we're having a great time with the show.
Next up is our goodwill ambassador and the Sultan of Swig at the Baseball Brew Crew. It is Cowboy Jack Durango.
You know, it takes a big man to admit defeat when he's actually been defeated. This week, Cowboy Jack's elite fantasy squad had a victory stolen in a conspiracy that, through extensive investigation, leads us to the very top of the sycophants and bigwigs in the MLB head office. So I have decided the only way to bring down the dangerous conspiratorial cabal of big fantasy baseball is to walk away and create an alternative. Introducing Cowboy Jack's Fantasy Cricket League. That's right. I'm bringing you the excitement and fast-paced world of fun long test matches, beamers, wickets, biffers, and daisy cutters. You'll be able to draft all your favorite batsmen like Babar Azam, Abhishek Sharma, and Phil Salt. Get your hands on the top bowlers Arshdeep Singh, Mahesh Theekshana, and Wanindu Hasaranaga. We're not leaving out the all-rounders either, boys. No. That's right. We've got them. We've got Hardik Pandya, Sakinder Raza, and Deependra Singh Ari. They're all up for grabs in Cowboy Jack's Fantasy Cricket League. Joining up is easy. Just download the app, enter your social security number and the social security number of any children you might have. Enter all your banking information, a picture of the front and back of your photo ID, and boom, you're ready to start drafting an unstoppable team and be at the tip of the spear in overthrowing the despicable, corrupt cesspool that lies in fantasy baseball. When you register your account, if you use the promo code hashtag Cowboy Jack Didn't Lose, we will give you first round draft pick guaranteed for life. Guys, who's excited to come on the cricket train? Huh?
Let him hear it. Yes.
Is this worldwide? Is there? I'm just wondering. Anybody in the world?
I mean, cricket's a worldwide phenomenon, so yeah, it is worldwide.
And
absolutely.
What I didn't hear you mention, Jack, is what is the entry fee for this fantasy cricket?
You don't need to worry about that. It's all in the terms and conditions. Well, go ahead and just blow by that. Just enter your banking information. Okay. We'll take care of it, man. Just direct deposit. No big deal. Don't worry about entrance fees. What you need to worry about is this is the wave of the future, and this is how we're going to take down the MLB corrupt heads that are messing with fantasy baseball and stealing victories from gentlemen such as myself.
You're telling me Ford Frick is responsible for this?
We trace it all the way to Ford Frick.
Of course. Yeah. I'm sorry. No, we here at the Baseball Brew Crew.
We can take it all the way back to Kennesaw Mountain Landis, buddy.
That's right. That's where we go. Go through the archives and see why that is a despicable man, Mr. Judge Kennesaw Mountain Landis.
Yeah, so this is the wave of the future. Fantasy cricket, guys. Get on the ground floor now. And like I said, use hashtag Cowboy Jack Didn't Lose, and you get first round draft picks for life.
I like there's a punctuation in your
In my promo code?
Yes, I like it.
I like to keep it snap. You want people to remember them. I'm social media genius is what I'm known as. Yeah.
I also like this. I also like this graphic too, where this is the torpedo bat of cricket bats.
It is. We're trying out some new things. The cricket bat. We don't know how well that's going to play for American audiences, so we're mixing it up. We're bringing cricket to America, guys.
I like it, and I love all the names that you throw out there. You obviously have is Sachin Tendulkar? Is he in there?
He's going to be in the rotisserie. He definitely is.
Well, he's not in the league anymore. He's actually retired. He's a legend of cricket.
Well, yeah, but we have an all cricket team. We have an all like an all Madden team. Only it's all Cowboy Jack. So you can get guys. Yeah, it's of course. I tried to set you up right there, and you passed. I think. You can't. I'm bringing guys like previously mentioned Arshdeep Singh, dude. Huh? You want me to bring some Arshdeep up in here? I brought Arshdeep
up in here.
Well, thank you, Cowboy Jack. As always, you have so many things to offer, and you're doing God's work.
I am doing God's work. Yes,
you're welcome. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate you doing my work.
My name is Michael Mondragon, your humble host for the festivities tonight. As tradition on the show, we always bring a new and unique craft beer to review and enjoy. So what are you drinking tonight? And let us know in the chat. But Kevin, I'm going to let you go up first.
All right. Randy Newman and I, if we were sitting together right now, we'd be drinking this beer and just simply say, we love LA. So this is a project that I talked about before on the show, where this is a beer called We Love LA, where breweries all around Southern California. I haven't found out there's breweries like further eastward of the country that's doing this. There's actually some breweries in Canada, Japan, who also contributed to this project. It's called We Love LA, to where each of these breweries made their own individual beer. It's a unique beer for every single brewery that's doing this. So I have one tonight by one of our favorite breweries in Long Beach, California, called Ism. And this is a hazy double IPA coming in at 8.3%. And a little teaser, I have another We Love LA beer next week as well. I'm hoping I can find more and just see if I can get a streak going of all this. Because I love streaking, Jack.
I mean, anybody that's seen your criminal record knows that.
the Ray Stevens of the Baseball Brew Crew.
Oh my God, I haven't thought of that song in 20 years, bro.
And I'm crippled I'm not crippled like the other Ray Stevens either.
That's right.
There's that. I know that. I'm like, there's two Ray Stevens. I'm like, what?
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna have to check out and see if there's any here in Arizona. I wonder.
Well, that's do the research. If you look up, We Love LA, you just do a Google search on that We Love LA beer, and you'll find the website, and it listed all the breweries. I don't recall off the top of my head if there's any in Arizona. I believe there was one or two though, but you can look and see the entire list. But I will say, if you see your brewery has it, just get in there quick, because this was one can. The one I have next week, they had one can left. So these places are really sold out quick because it's for an awesome cause. This is to help fundraising for the LA fire that happened back in January.
Yeah. And I think it's a hazy double IPA.
This is a hazy double. This one's a hazy double. Because I had one by Radiant that was an IPA. The one next week I have, I believe, is a cold IPA. Just a little teaser for the one I have next week also.
Yeah. It's 8.3. So you get your money's worth.
Yep. I got one, and it'll be one and done tonight.
Very nicely done.
Wait, the fires were in January only, dude? It feels like 5 years ago, man.
It sure does. It absolutely does.
Well, that's what Project 2025 is going to do to you,
Got it.
Well, my beer tonight is from an old favorite of the Baseball Brew Crew. It is Toppling Goliath Brewing Company from Decorah, Iowa. 8.2 ABV, 100 IBU. This is the Sosis Double IPA by Toppling Goliath, crafted in a humble tribute to the mosaic artist Sosis of Pergamon. We've showcased the mosaic hop so you can experience the flavors of pineapple and tropical fruit, which the mosaic hop is known. So this one is hoppy, tropical, sweet, fruity, but definitely smooth. Way too smooth for a double IPA. One of those ones where it's tricky. With 100 IBU, it's totally. You would think that it was super hoppy.
It's not.
It isn't.
It's just all the other flavors offset the IBUs. Wow, interesting.
Totally.
Toppling Goliath knows their stuff, man. They know how to make a very, very smooth hazy.
Yes, an old favorite of ours. So I was really happy to see this.
I'd never seen that one before. Where'd you find that, Michael Mondragon?
Well, I will tell you in just a second. I wanted to actually tell you about the artist. So Stosis of Pergamon, let me pronounce this correctly. Pergamon, there we go, Pergamon. Mosaic artist of the 2nd century BC. He is the only mosaic artist whose name is recorded in literature after conquest of Alexander the Great. The Greeks of major centers such as Pergamon and Alexandria displayed their wealth in decorations that included mosaics, right, Kevin?
You're speaking. I was just like, I'll just sit here and just let you tell the story because I lived it. I don't need to retell it.
This is one of his signature pieces, the Unswept House, which depicts a floor of a room covered with the remains of a feast, including fish, fruit, and other fragments of food. If you look at it right here, but you really have to go in on it to see all the detail of this. This is super impressive for the time. And how I found out about this place and getting this beer. So Kevin, you have, what is the one that you have?
I have one that's called by a company called Pint Life. I have it here. So they make ones for Orange County. Yeah. They make one for LA. They also have one for San Diego, which I do not have. Just look up, I think it's Pint Life CO on Instagram. You can find info on to get from there. Unfortunately, the Orange County book is sold out. I don't believe the Los Angeles and San Diego ones are, though. What do you got here, Michael?
Okay, so this one is the Pub Pass. It curates the best bars and breweries across America for you to explore throughout the year. I had listed all here. They do not have California, which I thought was really interesting.
I think Pint Life has that covered because I was looking the same thing.
Yeah, I had all the listing, and of course I don't have it in my notes, but they do have it for Phoenix. So this is how I found out about this. So I actually went to a place. It's called Divided Vine. This is in Gilbert. Yeah, it's a wine and beer bar, and the great thing about it is it has 36 craft beers on draft, a great can selection, and an equal amount of wine selections. So, and it also has food, which is kind of rare. So it's a really great restaurant as well. It actually had a tap takeover recently, Kevin, with Everywhere. Everywhere Brewing had a tap takeover.
Well, remember we were there a couple weeks ago. We were talking to them. They said, you mentioned the beer you had previously from Arizona. And they said they're trying to make their way out there.
That's right. And they have a happy hour every day from open to 6 p.m. and then all day Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. So they're all about happy hours. And this is where I found this Toppling Goliath beer. And I was like, I got to have that for the show for sure.
So do you have your Pub Pass? Have you bought it yet? Or is it in the mail?
It's only $50, which is a steal. So because you basically you get it like a dollar a beer or something like that.
No, I don't know if it's the same. The ones I have, it's a penny because they can't give you it for free. Yeah, some places don't even take the penny. It's it's just they have to charge you something. Right. Some places only let you give them the penny, and you get a little stamp in there. And it's a fun little thing to do. And like in my books, there's I think 20 to 25 in the LA one, and about the same in the Orange County.
Right. So this one,
50. How many locations are in the Phoenix book? Do you know?
It's like 50. It's quite a lot. It's great. I wish I had all the locations but it's actually well worth it. And you get it right back, and it actually has you explore some other places.
Yeah, because I believe Jack mentioned that to us previously. Before you moved to Arizona.
I did the Pub Pass tour a couple years back, dude. It's totally worth it, and you're gonna get to find hidden gems in the valley like desert monks.
Right.
Put on your radar. They're good brothers over there. Right on.
Awesome. All right, guys, it's time.
Let's start right out. Hey, what happened?
That's right. What happened? Okay, so we have done this for legitimately 2 months straight. All we talk about is the new identities for minor league teams, for independent teams, and it's been a lot of fun, and we've had quite a lot of discussion around it. Well, we actually had some feedback. Can you believe it? We actually had some feedback.
All right.
I like it.
Yes. It was actually from the Madison Mallards. They actually saw our last episode. We tagged them in X, and they actually watched it. And they actually had this. When we talked about this, they actually confirmed that this is from every single identity that they've had. And they said, do not forget about the space cows, which was one that we did not preview. But we're going to do it right now. So the Madison Mallards will play as the space cows, a tribute to UFO sightings, paying tribute to Wisconsin's dairy industry, and one crazy summer of UFO sightings. Wow. They will become the Madison Space Cows for one game this summer. The Mallards are seizing on the federal government's plan to declassify thousands of UFO documents, hoping that the now public information will be shed in a green beam of light on 1987 in Wisconsin, when Dane County recorded the highest concentration of UFO sightings in the nation. The jersey, set in a color it's called galactic green, features a cow being lifted into an alien vessel by a beam of light. A sleeve patch on the arm illustrates a face that is now part of an alien, part cow, leaving the team to ask, who's to say the aliens aren't the cows themselves?
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, deep. I love it.
Yes. Perhaps most notably, the temporary rebrand comes complete with caps meant to evoke the tinfoil hats preferred by conspiracy theorists, which per the team are guaranteed to shield your mind from alien signals.
Dear God. Oh my God.
Oh, tinfoil hat, dude. Wow.
Oh my God. That might be a winner. That might be a winner. Oh my God.
They also shield government surveillance and, of course, space cow abductions.
I need to get one of these because you said government surveillance.
What a great idea, man. A tinfoil baseball cap, man.
Yes.
Good job, Mallards. Great job.
I think that it's super awesome. And because I like to bring this all back to me, I actually can tell you that I actually have experience with aliens, with UFO. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's all work, brother.
Do tell. But
all right.
leave out any probes, okay?
Okay.
Yes.
Fun fact, in 1996, I drove with some friends to Roswell, New Mexico from Phoenix, which was the 49th anniversary of an alleged UFO crash. The Roswell incident, occurring in July 1947 near Roswell, New Mexico, involves the alleged crash of a flying disc and subsequent recovery of debris, which the military initially claimed was a flying disc before claiming it was a weather balloon. The event sparked a long-standing debate, and conspiracy theories about extraterrestrial involvement happened right after this. Okay, so the reason why we did this was we only found out about this because a band was actually going to play the 50th anniversary the next year. So in 97. Okay. And can either of you guess what band was going to play in 1997? It was just rumored at this point.
Nickelback.
That is a great guess. But wrong. Good guess though. Good guess. Kevin, what band?
I think this sounds like a time where you need the Butthole Surfers to perform in Roswell, New Mexico.
I believe that I did see the Butthole Surfers and the Stone Temple Pilots that year, it was very close. It might have been 97, but I did see them.
Nice. Yes. Yeah, I saw them open for Nirvana at the end of 1993.
Oh, Nirvana! You're weirdly close.
Oh, the Foo? Oh no.
Yes, that's right.
There you go, Foo Fighters.
Wow.
That's right, the Foo Fighters. We went because we heard the Foo Fighters were going to play in Roswell for the 50th anniversary of the Roswell incident. If you notice, the record label is Roswell Records. That was intentional. Right. Can you tell me the origin of the Foo Fighters name? Why did they use Foo Fighters?
They patterned themselves off the ever-present Wu-Tang Clan, and they wanted to be Kung Fu. They wanted to be Kung. I'm not through it yet. Okay. They wanted to be Kung Fu Fighters, but Dave Grohl is a notorious bad speller, so we ended up with Foo FOO fighters.
I actually like that. That's a very, very good. I'm gonna give you the ring right there.
I was hoping he was going to say that Carl Douglas would not let them be the Kung Fu fighters. That's a deep cut for you, Michael Mondragon.
That's a deep cut. That's a deep cut. And you notice that the Foo Fighters actually did play there in Roswell.
But 2005 though.
Okay. But the Foo Fighters name originated from a World War II term for unidentified flying objects that were seen by pilots in the skies. Dave Grohl, the band's founder, used the name with the intention of creating the impression that the band was a group instead of a solo project, even though he recorded the album by himself. First album. So there you go. So there's way more about UFOs than you needed to know.
So that explained that song, This Is a Call. I mean, I would feel like, that sounds like, hey, you got, if there's an alien abduction, you better, don't be a monkey wrench, just, make that phone call.
And Kevin, you are my hero. There goes my hero. All right. So we're going to keep it in the North Woods League.
Yes, please, because that last part went ever long. All right, we need to move on here.
Wow! Shut the podcast down. Wait, watch this, Kevin.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to put you on top.
Look at that.
Whoa!
Well done.
Oh, we're staying in the Northwoods League. I love it.
We're staying in the Northwoods League. Let's go on to the Kenosha Kingfish. Let's find out more about their new alternate identity. The Kenosha Kingfish have unveiled their alternate identity for the 2025 season, featuring a staple of local Italian cuisine, the Meatball Bomber sub. In a city with strong Italian roots, this brand features the colors of the Italian flag and Mr. Meatball himself wielding an Italian roll to mash meatballs thrown by the opposing pitchers. There's many ways to prepare a meatball, but we think they are best served over the fence. Bravo.
Well done.
Bravo.
I like the tablecloth jersey. I mean, I dig it.
Yeah. I like
the pasta stain, the sauce stain is great. Oh my gosh, that is bravo. That is tremendous. Good. Oh gosh.
Solid.
The alternate identity will debut on Saturday, July 26th for Italian Heritage Night with post-game fireworks. All game-worn jerseys will be available for bidding at the game to conclude at the 7th inning. So
darn, I guess I gotta go to Kenosha. Get that jersey.
No one ever.
You know what? Just because of all these baseball days alone, Wisconsin has been incredible. I think I may have to do my summer residency in Wisconsin and just check out.
They have been bringing the heat, man. They have been
the frozen pizzas, Kenosha, got all the stuff in Madison. They've been stellar. They're looking to make that extra cream going back to the Wu-Tang.
Well, guess what? We are not stopping with Wisconsin. They actually come up yet again in these identities. This is a very interesting one. 2 teams have actually teamed up for an identity. Right. The Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, which is the AAA affiliate of the Philadelphia Phillies, and the Trenton Thunder Collegiate Summer Baseball in the MLB Draft League will each take their respective fields with a new alternate identity for one game in 2025 and have decided to have a friendly battle on who has the better tomato pie, Philly area or Trenton.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So on Friday, May 23rd, which is Salute to Philadelphia night, they will become the Lehigh Valley Tomato Pie.
Wow.
Tomato pie is a regional specialty from Philadelphia and the surrounding area. It is a square, thick crust pizza with focaccia-like dough, topped with a generous layer of tangy, slightly sweet tomato sauce, and typically finished with a light dusting of grated cheese, often Parmesan or Romano.
Nice.
Unlike traditional pizza, it's served at room temperature and doesn't have melted mozzarella on top. Tomato pie is a staple in Italian bakeries and delis, often enjoyed as a snack, appetizer, or party food in the Philadelphia or surrounding areas. So yes.
So a room temperature piece of pizza with no cheese or toppings. All right.
That's a
bold move, dude. All right, let's see how it plays out, boys.
All right. Well, there you go. Look at that shirt. Come on, that's pretty good.
So here's some of the merch on that one, and looking good. And the packaging is actually really good here.
Wow. Bravo.
Yeah. So it comes in this great packaging that I saw.
That's homage to the Pizza Rats. You remember when the Pizza Rats were around?
Yes. And I actually have the box over here for the Staten Island Pizza Rats.
Yes.
It did come in a pizza box as well.
So good.
Great stuff. All right. Here is the second identity. So this is the
Trenton Thunder.
yes. So this
What do we got?
So on Saturday, June 28th, for one night only, your Thunder will transform into the Trenton Tomato Pies. That's right, plural.
Okay.
Paying homage to the city's iconic and distinctive pizza style. Trenton Tomato Pies, a local delicacy, features thin crust topped with cheese and other ingredients before the sauce, in a delicious contrast to traditional pizza preparations. This culinary tradition, dating back to the early 20th century, has cemented Trenton's place in America pizza landscape. So the tomato pies are coming to a baseball field near you. So again, I love these.
The chef thing just popped me.
Yeah, the chef sliding into home is
so good. And even doing the hey, the little gay sign.
Yeah, and it's always.
I'm sorry, there's no cheese on that, Jack. I'm sorry, there's no cheese there. It's signing the T for.
Well, I mean, the good thing is they call it what it is. They call it a tomato pie. You know, they're not they're not trying to pass it off for pizza. You know, it's a tomato pie.
Michael, my question here is: would you want? I guess they really want to make it a plate, but would it have been more fun to make a home plate out of that?
Oh, that is a great call. I like that a lot.
I think they just want to go with just the circle plate, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And I can understand why. And again, it's, and I don't know why this is, that they don't use that in more baseball things. And they usually go with a round plate. I
mean, I get it. That's what pizza's served, but I thought that would have been a very I'm sure that was debated. That would have been Abondanza right there. There you go. The cheese and the tomato pie, if you will.
Yes.
Do you think when Alan comes back, he's going to have an Italian accent, dude? Wouldn't that rule?
That would be amazing.
He's gonna be like tomato pies. That's
he had the real thing. I mean, he was raving about the pasta over there. So like the tomato pies, it probably just seems so. It seems so American.
Of course. Do you think he got made over there?
He might have.
We'll find out. Stay tuned next week. I believe. Is he back next week?
All right. So we're going back to Wisconsin. Let's go back to Wisconsin. So we've done a lot of food identities up to this point, and it seems the best way to wrap these up is going to this. Let's talk about the Green Bay Rockers, yet another Northwoods League team from Ashwaubenon, Wisconsin. I'm sure I'm butchering that one.
I'm sorry. It says Green Bay there, sir.
They actually say that they're from
I know. I'm just
Wisconsin. But it is 30 minutes northeast of the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers. So just in proximity.
Oh, so I get my frozen pizzas and then,
there you go. Right. Exactly. I actually was scheduled to see them when they were called the Green Bay Booyah. This was in 2019. But my trip got amended. So actually I had 2 tickets but I did contribute, but I did not get a refund. But they were the Green Bay Booyah. They've since become the Green Bay Rockers.
Oh, so that was their actual regular name, was the Booyah. Oh, that's great.
They were the Booyah. So they already have good names.
Yes.
But this one may be their crappiest name.
Oh,
that's right.
Wow.
The Green Bay Rockers have unveiled an alternate identity for the 2025 season. Pays tribute to an industry that has been on a roll in Green Bay longer than the famous football team. We're not talking about a modest role, but more like a mega role. In partnership with BW Converting, the Rockers will become the Green Bay Rollers for one game on Wednesday, July 23rd, in salute to an industry that still accounts for more than 6,000 jobs in Brown County today.
Brown County?
Brown County.
Brown County.
Just checking.
I don't know if that's
not a work.
Something
that work.
Yeah. Come to Brown County, capital toilet paper of the world, dude. Wow. You know what? You learn something that we're teaching people. Toilet paper comes from Wisconsin.
This is a geography lesson. It's a history lesson. It's economics. There is so much.
After all that pizza, This comes in handy. All those frozen pizzas.
It's also art history a lesson as well.
Yes,
Dubbed as a toilet paper capital of the world, Green Bay has one of the largest tissue recycling operations in the world. It's the place where the first splinter-free toilet paper was introduced in 1935.
Oh, of course. Duh, I should remember that. I'm sorry I didn't tell you that earlier.
The robust industry of toilet paper production has also helped shield the city from one of the worst of the Great Depression. So they actually made it out of the Great Depression by toilet paper. God bless.
God bless them. Yeah.
You're welcome.
To celebrate the rich history of the industry in the community, the Rockers will wear specially themed toilet paper jerseys that will debut on Wednesday, July 23rd, as the Rockers host the Madison Mallards. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brought it all back together.
All right. Madison Mallards is our favorite team in the Northwoods League as of right now.
All game-worn jerseys will be available for bidding at the game and online, with bidding to conclude at the end of the 7th inning, and all proceeds donated to a charity of the BW Converting's choice. If that doesn't get you fans flush with excitement, there's more. There's more to this.
I'm ready. Come on.
The first 1,000 fans through the gates on July 23rd will receive a custom-designed toilet paper roll.
Wow.
Bravo.
You know, I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna give this for free, and I probably shouldn't. I think what they need to do is down the back of the pants that day, they need to paint like a white stripe that like there's toilet paper hanging out of their pants.
I like it. They could just have it hanging out at the back. I mean, that like a tail, like that doesn't hurt anybody.
Yeah, I mean, they make it there. There's plenty of it. So
yeah, exactly. If you want to do, I don't think that, but I think a painted image will last the whole game as opposed to a little bit of toilet paper hanging out. That's what I mean.
I gotcha. Well, I mean, they have. You've seen like the guys that have the pockets. They have them outside.
Yeah,
that could easily be translated to but the toilet paper, Jack.
Imagine the pictures when these boys start sliding in for home. You know what I mean? We are gonna have some great photo opportunities on a Green Bay Rollers game.
So, Jack, do you think any of these guys have mufflers in their pants? I got muffler, baby.
Yes.
Is that gonna be the next scene? The Green Bay mufflers.
do you want to explain that a little bit more?
I don't know if I should do that. Apparently, a person that they're in an athletic contest and they're worried how their stomach or bowels are going to handle things. Come up some of that wonderful Green Bay toilet paper and just put up in the bum, just in case. Just in case. You never know what's going to happen to your body when you're in a very athletic endeavor.
And it was appropriately named a muffler.
Yes.
Now, guys, when I was in grade school, there was a funny baseball ism. It was more like how can I say this? It was a funny little. It wasn't a limerick. It was something we would say funny on the playground. If you're going into first and your pants are about to burst, diarrhea. We all know that.
I mean, we already established I can't get to first. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So here's one that Kevin never heard. If you're sliding into home and you feel it start to foam, diarrhea.
That's where I'm going. So I'm wondering if the Green Bay Rollers are going to have a similar type of thing going that night in tribute.
I mean, the whole crowd should be singing that. Some hero in Green Bay needs to make sure that they get the crowd singing that song because what a waste opportunity.
Well, I was hoping that they would have the section cheering where they would get all the different sections.
Yes.
All together at the end.
Green Bay Rollers, if you're listening to this, don't flush this opportunity down the toilet. I mean, you got to capitalize.
And you got to be ready and channel Beavis and Butthead and have the diarrhea. Cha-cha-cha.
There you go. Let's do it right. Let's get in there. Let's get dirty, as it were.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys. So unfortunately, this is my least favorite segment that we do, but I also feel it's the most important one. We actually lost some members of the baseball community recently. Rest in power to Octavio Dotel. For those who do not know, there was a tragic accident in the Dominican Republic last week. The roof of the Jet Set Club in Santo Domingo collapsed in the early morning. Octavio Dotel and 220 other people died that night, and 189 more were injured. This was super tragic. It's a super tragic incident, but we lost some people that were in baseball as well.
Look at all those teams. I didn't remember. I mean, I knew he was like a stalwart, but my gosh, oh my goodness, he was on half of the major league teams. It looks like there.
Yeah, and he was
good though.
He was 51 years old. Dotel was known around baseball fans because he pitched in the majors for over a decade and bounced around to various teams. He made his major league debut with the Mets in 1999. He was traded to the Astros ahead of the 2000 season, continued to work out of the bullpen for a while. He eventually moved into a primary relief role. And so I know Octavio Dotel because he actually was traded from the Toronto Blue Jays with Edwin Jackson, Corey Patterson, and Mark Zipchinski, whose nickname is Scrabble. He was traded to the Cardinals for Trevor Miller, Colby Rasmus, Brian Tilley, and PJ Walters. Now, the reason why I bring this up is that trade essentially, in my opinion, won them the World Series. You know, we know all the things that happened in that series against Texas, but this was at a time when the pitching staff was really bad for the Cardinals, and they were trending down. They made this trade. It gave them the stability, and Octavio Dotel was a big part of that. That's how I know him. And also an immaculate grid. I would always use him because he had so many.
I mean, there's 13 teams. 13.
Wow. So he made 153 relief appearances, which he was called upon to secure more than 3 outs. He held the position scoreless for 121 of them. His 1.35 ERA in extended relief outings, 4 or more outs, stands as the best in Major League Baseball history, minimum 100 appearances.
Wow.
So he was, like I said, that was a great trade, and obviously he was
a good, solid guy to have to keep your game close in the late innings. You know, that's
totally. So unfortunately, he perished in that very tragic accident, along with Tony Blanco. So Tony Blanco only played 1 season in Major League Baseball, and that was in 2005, but he actually played for 3 Japanese teams. The Chunichi Dragons in 2009 to 2012, the Yokohama DNA Bay Stars from 2013 to 2014, and the Oryx Buffaloes 2015 to 2016. Again, didn't have a huge major league career. I actually thought that his name sounded familiar to someone else.
You think of Henry Blanco?
Possibly, yeah.
He was a guy who played on the Dodgers. I think in the 90s, or was he?
Yeah,
Blanco, I think.
Blanco sounded familiar, but I didn't realize that he had more of a Japanese baseball history than major league career. So many great lives were taken that day, and this really hurt me to see. There's a ton of footage on this man. This is a merengue legend. This is Ruby Perez, who frequently performed at Citi Field. He was performing that night, so you actually see like footage of him like backstage performing right before the roof collapsed.
Oh my God.
And and the sister of Nelson Cruz, her name is Nelsie Cruz, also died that night.
Oh my God.
I mean, it was not only a tragic night for baseball, for entertainment, but for the Dominican Republic.
What a tragic accident.
We're getting to know a lot more of these players from their countries because of the World Baseball Classic as well. So, I remember, Nelson Cruz playing on the World Baseball Classic, and I saw this, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is so tragic.
I mean, it's just a nice reminder to to hug and kiss the ones you love, dude, and let them know what they mean to you. Because I mean, shoot, these guys were just out having a time of their lives at a nightclub, and you know, due to some shoddy construction and probably too many people up on a dance floor, and down it goes, man. What a heartbreaker. It's a tragedy. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, and you know what? I actually see this more and more in sports, more in soccer. The soccer stadiums, when the people bounce up and down, like I'm just like, oh my gosh! Like I can't imagine I can see this happening like at a big stadium.
For sure.
So I mean, when you see the building that is and what happened to it, it's tragic. It's unfathomable. So rest in power, all those great players. Yeah.
Michael, can I also add a rest in power to a member of the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame, Tommy Helms. He passed away born 1941. So yeah, 84 years old. I'm seeing here. 14 years played in the major leagues. He was actually a rookie of the year in 1966 in the National League. 2 Gold Gloves, 2-time All-Star. And also managed the Reds for part of 2 seasons, 88 and 89, which makes you think, did he take over Pete Rose when something happened? You know, I don't know. I don't know what happened to Pete Rose then, but, you know, a legend. No, gotta give some love to it. Yeah. I was waiting to see if you were going to talk about him because I just read that happen just a couple of days ago.
Yeah, it just happened. So, yeah.
He was 83 years old.
Definitely hug someone close. You never know. And
83 years old. Also in a nightclub collapse. I mean, he was partying till the end. God bless him. Yeah. You know those Cincinnati Reds, they turn it up, boys.
Yeah, there you go.
Can you believe that we actually have more identities for next week? So will Ellen be back for next week? What do I have going on this? I was going to go to Diamondbacks game that got thwarted.
You thwarted it. You just didn't avoided it.
I could have went to go see the Brewers, but alas, I didn't. I did my work, and I worked hard on not only this show but some other projects that I'm working on. But what is coming up? Well, I'm looking forward to May. Going to be out there for some stuff. So, but that's in a month. So nothing right now.
I'm talking this weekend, sir, for Easter. How are you going to celebrate Easter?
That's a good question. I think that what I'll probably do is stay at home and work on our next show.
Yeah.
Which is next week. This is where you can find out about it. It's right here on X, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Guys, it has been a tremendous show. For Cowboy Jack, Kevin Lyon, I'm Michael Mondragon. We'll see you next week for another Baseball Brew Crew podcast. Take care, everyone. Good night.